Hello again, everyone. Alan back again with another in my series of deck reviews. Here's another deck. I just got it in the mail today, as a matter of fact. This is the Ellusionist Series 1800 blue deck. And at first glance, this deck is just amazing. The amount of detail they used to put into the box and the packaging for this deck. I mean, everything down to even the seal that goes on the box it looks weathered, and it's absolutely beautifully done. The box itself basically looks like your typical regular blue Riderback box for the most part, except it has Series 1800 written above the playing cards there, and there is an Ellusionist emblem on the bottom of the box as well. But other than that, it looks like your typical blue Riderback deck. Air cushion finish on one side, U.S. Playing Card Company, Cincinnati, Ohio on the other side, and air cushion finish. That would have been great just to put air cushion finish on the side, but they actually should have used the UV500 cushion or UV500 finish on the cards themselves. I've had these out for a little bit today. I've been working with them. Oh, and even the flaps. If you see the flaps on the inside of the box as well, they even have the dirty look to them. So anyway, we'll go ahead and pull these out. And this deck comes with two Ellusionist advertising cards that are weathered and everything, also just like the cards themselves. Two jokers in the deck, like a normal deck would, except it doesn't. One of them's not the guaranteed type. They're both the large jokers. Now the cards themselves, the amount of detail they put into this deck is just phenomenal. With the aging and the weathering, the cracking of the pips and faded areas and stuff like that really make the deck look like it's been sitting out in a garage for 50 years or so. But I guess the one drawback to this deck, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it, is the fact that it doesn't handle as well as some of the other decks. Especially, being an Ellusionist deck, you would think they would use the UV500 on it. It doesn't fan bad, but like I said, I've been messing with mine for a little bit today, doing spreads and stuff to kind of loosen the cards up and get them to work a little bit better. They have a tendency to bunch up a little bit when you do ribbon spreads and you turn the spread over. They have a tendency to bunch up a little bit. The same with when you reverse it, it'll do the same thing. When you turn them over, you'll see they have a tendency to kind of bunch up. They don't turn over nice and smooth like all the other decks do. So as far as handling and spreading on these, not very good. I'm sure maybe fanning powder or maybe just working with the deck. It does kind of pop, Don't know if you can hear that. It's kind of like the deck is stiff or something, and it either pops into one position or the other. You can, if you took half the deck and popped half the deck opposite ways, you'd actually have a break in the middle of the deck. So they kind of, I don't know if that's the way they're warped that way or what, but that's a little disappointing because you get something like that. But overall, it's kind of a cool deck. All the backs are exactly the same. There is no difference on the backs, as you can tell. They almost look one way. If you look at if you bevel them like that and you actually look at the side, you can tell. All the backs are exactly the same. The only things that are different, obviously, are the fronts. But they did do a great job with the way the deck looks. Like I said, they could have done better with the way it handles. Maybe putting the UV500 airflow finish on these. But it's kind of a cool deck. It's different. You probably do a little, mess around with it a little bit, and if anybody's got any suggestions or ideas as far as maybe getting them to fan better, like I said, mine don't fan bad. I've seen other ones that are much worse. and I've just been kind of ribbon spreading mine and fanning them and trying to get them to loosen up a little bit, and I've gotten them to do a little bit better. But that is the Ellusionist Series 1800 deck. Please comment and subscribe if you like, and rate it. That's pretty much this deck in a nutshell. I would give it, if I was to give it like a 1 to 10 rating, I would probably actually rate this a little bit lower than your regular bicycle deck, just because I don't like the way it handles, and I don't like the way it kind of has that warp to it, you know, one way or the other like that. I don't like that. So I would probably give this deck a 7.5 out of 10. And you know, I recommend picking one up if you're a deck collector like I am. If you just want to have one in your collection, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a conversation piece. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.